drop it.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cheap Noise in the House, the channel where we talk about electronic games and music production. I'm Cheap Noise and survey says I'm in the house, and by the time I'm recording this, it's 2 days before Christmas 2024. So I gotta say, for everyone who enjoys and celebrates that holiday, Merry Christmas to you all. A very happy Christmas indeed. Hopefully the best Christmas ever. Hopefully you'll have a lot of fun and a lot of cheers, because that's what we do on this channel. And the most important bit, stay safe. It's really important. And because of that, let's have a bit of Christmas music. Why not? Oh, that's beautiful. That's the best Christmas music in the world. I call it, jingle distortion bells. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna turn it off because it's getting on my nerves now. Christmas music will have to wait on this channel for another year, unfortunately. But tell you what, let's do another thing. Let's review a game that not a lot of people have in North America, but it's one of the best games of all time, and it is the Gya from Tomy. Now, this was released in 2006, and to my knowledge, it's one of the only Japanese-made games in existence, electronic games in a way, although I might be wrong. So this, as you can see, looks kind of like a meteorite, kind of a thing that fell down from space, and that's kind of a thing that we're going for. This had a lot of work put into it. For once, this has 10 different modes, and the modes are really different from each other. Each mode has 5 levels that you can complete either one after another or independently if you know the cheat codes, because yes, this game has cheat codes. It also has a final showdown, which is basically a final game boss battle that you can complete after you've completed all 10 modes. And the final showdown also has 5 levels, although there's a cheat code to access the final showdown early if you know it. On the top, you have, well, as you can see, first of all, there's 12 buttons. Each of them have a different light under them, all of them light red. On the top, you have kind of a bigger marking on the button, and that's the button you'll use to turn the game on and off, and to cycle through different games. On the bottom, this is where your batteries go. It takes 3 AA batteries, and this button here will cycle through the 3 volume settings. But be worried, because it's a software volume control, and more on that later. So yeah, this game has really a big effort put into this, so much so that there was a whole website that you could go to. I think it was called gyahaslanded.com, where you could check cheat codes and check information and backstory on the game, although I don't know if that website has been archived over the years. Also, the music in this game is very particular. It's not like any audio files. It's fully MIDI, a bit like the old Nintendo consoles from the 80s. It really sounds like that. So yeah, it's really cool, and it really resembles the closest you can get to a video game, but with an electronic game. So tell you what, let's turn the lights off and let's turn on the Gya. Alright, the lights are off, and before we start, I have to give you a little bit of a warning. As you might or might not know, I'm visually impaired, and my setup is complete shit for filming visual games. So I might have to get the game off camera most of the times to look at it, but don't worry, I'll describe to you whatever I'm doing. So why don't we turn the game on? So, what the games will do is they will blink when they're not complete, and they will become solid when they do. As you can see.
Game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4, game 5, game 6, game 7, game 8, game 9, game 10, final showdown.
Mine are all solid because I completed every single game on this thing. Now, a word of warning, the batteries will not hold your score for too long, so if you have to take the batteries out, put them back in as soon as possible if you want to keep all your unlocked games.
Game 1.
So let's start with game 1. Oh, first of all, let's talk about the volume. You just hold that button, the bottom one, and as you can see, it cycles through some volume settings. So let's start with game 1. For this game, you have to tag the lights as they appear. So level 1 is pretty easy. Ah. There you go. Now mine will do this because I've beaten all the other games, but we'll do something else if you haven't beat it. Let's just skip it for now.
Game 2.
And then we'll skip back to game 2. I'm going to put it back on game 1. I'm going to show you a higher level.
Game 1.
And to do that, for games 1 to 5, you hold 6, and
Level 3.
buttons 1 to 5.
Level 4. Level 5.
So that way I can jump through levels, and even if you haven't unlocked all the levels, you can still do that. So you can kind of play the levels at your own pace.
Level 3.
Oops. There you go. So this game is one of the hardest games around. It's kind of a tie between this one and the Nemesis Factor, to be honest. Both of them are really hard games.
Level 3. Complete.
So level 3, even though it seems easy, it's really hard the first time you play it. And level 5 is nigh impossible.
Game 2.
I'm telling you, the time I beat it, it was, I think, complete luck. Alright, game 2 is pretty similar to Bop It Smash. So here's how it works. So you'll have a light that moves around. And you have to tag it when it's on light. You have to push a button when the light is lit. With this game, it's better to take your time, but not too much, because it will explode.
Game 3.
Okay, I'm gonna show you game 2 again, but this time, I'm gonna show you level 5. Oops, I have to...
Level 5.
And you'll see that it's quite a bit faster. Oh, and with this game, you can only have 2 misses or you're dead. Oh my god. Woo! Am I gonna beat it? Oh my god, I did it! Great! Alright, let's go back to the main menu and go to game 3. Now this one is your traditional game of Simon. I'm gonna show you level 1 first, and then level 5. So as you can see, it gives you kind of a path to where all the sounds are. So you can play this game if you're completely blind. Although you have to find the center button to orient yourself, but yeah, it's definitely doable. What I like about this game is they're not single tones, they're like harmonies, and they all go together, which is really clever on their part. Alright, I'm gonna show you the same game. I'm gonna show you game 3, level 5.
Level 5. Level 5.
So let's go. This game is one of the easiest on the whole. I'm tempting to calling it a system at this point, to be honest. I hope you can see this. Oops. And there you go. Next, let's go to game 4, which is kind of a code buster game. In this game, you have to find 3 different buttons that will allow you to move through and crack the code. It will do some noises depending on which button you found. So let's go.
Level 1.
I'm going to show you what it's going to pick. So there's some music. I hit 3 buttons. So when it does that, none of these 3 buttons are good. None of these 3 buttons are good. So it tells me that 2 of these buttons are good. Okay, that means they're still good. Okay, so that means this one and this one are good. Okay, I just need to find the final button. Oh, so it's not this button. There you go. I'm going to show you level 5, which no doubt will make me explode, because this is a really hard one. Okay, I'm going to go back to game 4.
Game 4.
And I'm going to put level 5. My heal. Okay,
Level 5.
there you go.
Level 5.
None of these are good. 2 of them are good. Okay, one of them is good, so that means this one and this one are good. Oh, I didn't get it.
Game over.
Yeah, it does that when you lose. But you get the idea.
Game 4.
Alright, I'm gonna show you game 5, which, okay, this game is my least favorite, to be honest. This one is officially, like, only luck-based. I'm gonna show it to you. So all the lights light up, and you have to pick them, and not get the bomb. Oh, it was there. Yeah, this one is not my favorite. But you can beat it simply by playing it a few times. You don't have to beat the entire sphere, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm gonna show you something else. Remember when I told you the volume was software controlled? Well, here's what I mean. See how it's really quiet? So you can play it in the, in public places or when people are sleeping. That's, that's good. But this is really loud still. I guess it's kind of realistic. I don't know. Oh, I completed the game. Alright. Game 6 is a sound matching game. So there's 6 sounds, or 6 pairs of sounds, and you have to match them before the time runs out, or in a number of guesses.
Level 1.
Let's do it. Oh, found 2 straight away. So these are not the same one? Okay, so I know this one and this one are the same. This one and this one are the same. Oh, no. I know that this one and this one are the same. I know that this one and this one are the same. And the final 2 buttons, this one and this one are the same. And again, level 5 gives you a little bit less time. Well, actually, more than a little bit. I'd say a lot less time. Again, it's nigh impossible. I did it by complete luck.
Complete. Game 6. Complete. Game
Alright.
7.
Game 7 is kind of like Game 1. It's supposed to be a multiplayer game, kind of like a hot potato thing. So the music plays, and you have to hit the lights that appear on your turn. If you don't hit them fast enough, you're eliminated from the game. I'm going to show it to you.
Level 1.
Yeah, and so now the music plays, the lights flash around. At some point it will stop, and it lights some lights up. And it lights these 2. And now you keep passing the unit. This one. Oh, that was the only one. Now, it's easy now, but on level 5, it can give you up to all 12 lights or 11 lights at once, and you have to be really quick by pressing them. This one and this one. But level 1 is genuinely pretty easy. Oops. Oh, I beat the game. Well, the level. Let's go back, and I'm going to show you... I'm going to show you level 3, so you can hear or see the difference. Now, because it's game 6, to change, say game 7, to change the level, you have to hit the number 1 and the buttons underneath. And now I can hit game 7. As you can see, the music is faster, and it will show me more lights. I have to look at it, because, yeah, I can't really see it. Oh, only these two. You know how many lights it's gonna show you just by the sound? So that's easier. Like, I know that's a lot more. Ah, I didn't do it. Let me try again. I'm gonna try to beat this level.
Game over. Game 7.
Okay, game 7, so I'm gonna hit... So 6 is supposed to be there, I think. So 1.
Level 3.
There you go.
Level 3.
Let's do it again. And if I don't beat it this time, then I'll pass to another game, but... Oh, that's easy. That was only 2 lights. Oh, God. So that's either 5 or 6. That's either 3 or 4. So as I'm saying, by the sound, you know what you're gonna get. That's only 1 or 2. That's 5 or... Ah! Oh, I did it. Okay. I was looking if there was another light somewhere. Alright, let's continue. Game 8 is my nemesis on this system, or game, as you want to call it. Because it's basically like game 1, except some lights will flash sometimes, and you have to not hit them. But the problem is, if you hit 3 of them, you're instantly game over. And some lights will appear flashing, and some lights will not appear flashing. And you have to know which is really hard. I'm going to show level 1, and to be honest, I don't know if I'll show you any of the other levels. I remember when I was... oh, this one flashes, so I can't hear it. This one is... Oh, this one flashed. This one is solid. This one flashed, so I can't hear it. I can listen. This one also flashes. It takes so much time for my poor vision just to realize, okay, it's flashing or not. That, yeah, I can't really play it that well. Oh, this one's flashing. This one is not flashing. Okay, I beat the level 1 by the skin of my teeth, but, yeah, when I beat this entire game, it was a riot. I was, let's just say, kind of ecstatic. Alright, now, Game 9 is one of my favorites. It's basically like Follow Me on the flash pads. If you haven't played that, basically the light starts somewhere and you have to follow it exactly where it goes, and you have a very limited time to hit the new light on the new direction. I'm going to show you level 1, and what? I'm going to show you level 5 after that.
Level 1.
So it starts here. You have a few attempts to find the lights when it first starts. There you go. So level 1 is really easy. Level 5 is still easy, to be honest, but, you know, it's manageable.
Game 10.
Right,
Game 9.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to find... There you go. It's hard to get around it sometimes. There it is.
Level 5.
So this one, as you can see, it goes a lot faster. You know, it's still manageable. And there you go.
Game 10.
Alright, Game 10 is another multiplayer game, and it's kind of like Challenge Simon, where basically a player will have a sequence and add one more, another player will repeat the sequence and add one more, etc. until one player is eliminated. I'm going to make sure that the center is here. There you go. So let's say hit the middle. Next player hits this one and this one. Yeah, the sounds are not the same as they've shown, but, you know, that's a part of it, I guess. You can make melodies with it. There you go. And we're up to the final game, which is Final Showdown.
Game 10. Final Showdown.
Now, as you can see, Final Showdown, all the bottom buttons light up, and that's because that's the buttons you'll use to play the game. It's basically like a Space Invader clone, where lights will come out from the underside and then try to hit your 5 bases, and you have to hit them when they're on one of the 5 positions. I'm going to show you, and you'll be able to better understand.
Level 1.
So light comes through there, and now I have to hit it. And of course, because you can only see your 5 buttons, you need really precise timing. Boom. And this is level 1, so again, it's pretty easy, but level 5, sometimes 5 lights will appear at once on different rhythm. Oops, I missed that one. Another thing which is pretty unnerving about this game is you never really know when you're gonna game over and when you're gonna die and explode. Because, oh, there you go, I beat level 1. Because it gives you, like, a certain amount of failure rates, and when you're past that, you immediately explode, and you don't really know what's the fail rate to explode.
Complete.
So yeah, that's kind of a weird thing the game does.
Complete. Mission complete.
And it says that when you beat the Final Showdown. I'm gonna show you
1.
another level. I'm gonna show you level, I'm gonna show you level 3, I think.
Final show level 5, level 4, level 3.
And Final Showdown, you have to hit 1 and the bottom buttons to check the levels.
Level 3.
So as you can see, now they'll go faster. And more than, as you can see, 2 of them appeared at the same time. Again, it's really hard to play from where I am, but so 1, 2. 1. I missed that one. Oh, and sometimes 2 appear at the same time. There you go. I did horribly, but still passed.
Level 3 complete. Final showdown complete. Mission complete.
And there you go. Now, to turn the game off, you just have to hold the top button. And it will make that sound. So, there you have it. That was a game that not a lot of people know about in North America, but it's one of the best games of all time, the Gya from Tomy. Now, I really hope you enjoyed that video, and I really hope you have a Merry Christmas. But until next time, cheers!
What's this? It looks like a Christmas bee. I like this Christmas bee. Wait, maybe one of those light bulbs could do my faulty old one some good. Yeah, I want a light bulb now. Let me get it. Here I go. Wait, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. It's getting very hot up here. Ooh, I think something's happening. Here.